Hello guys, Mr. Rossi1990 here, and it's going to be a different video on my channel, but first things first, if you want to cheap Ultimate Team coins, go check out the gamekeys.co.uk, links that will be in the description, as will a discount code, and go check out their Facebook page, leave out a like from me. But today's video is going to be called If Carlsberg Did, and basically, if you don't know what that means, it means basically, I think a while ago there was like certain websites, if Carlsberg did weddings, it'll probably be the best wedding in the world. I think it was Carlsberg, unless it was Carling, unless I'm getting that horribly wrong, but I'm going with Carlsberg for the minute. And I'm going to do if Carlsberg did transfer windows, and by that I'm going to go through a few of the clubs. I'm going to start with Leeds because it's my favourite one, and you guys suggest in the comments ideally the teams you support and the teams I could do, where potentially they could invest and buy new players in January. And I'm thinking if Carlsberg did January transfer windows, basically what I mean by that is it's only going to be basically rumours. I doubt any of these will come true, if any, but you know, there's always that hope that it might. But we're going to start. I'm just going to go through the team which I would think would be a solid Leeds team to push on for promotion, you know, after January, etc. But like I said, if you see a player in here which you think there's no way in hell he's going to move to Leeds, then it's only because it's rumours from around the world, not personally from me. I've looked at various websites, searched on Twitter, etc., asked people whatever the rumours were. I just went with everybody who was basically linked. That's what I'm trying to say. I just want to get that out early so you guys can't leave hate in the comments about that. We're going to start off with Paddy Kenny, obviously the regular Leeds goalkeeper at the moment. Doubt they'll change their goalkeeper. He's a solid enough goalkeeper for that level. Picked up an injury actually against Nottingham Forest in the game they played, was today, it might be tomorrow for you. Yesterday even, what I'm trying to say. But Paddy Kenny, solid enough goalkeeper for me. With the three centre-backs, I've chucked Sam Byram in here, but it would be Zaluskas, I think he's called, but he's not in Ultimate Team, so that's a little bit of a problem for me. But he would be there over Byram, in my opinion. Byram could play the right wing-back slash right-back, depending on what formation they play, but he's not in the team as much at the moment. Peltier's kind of getting overlooked, kind of thing. But then other centre-backs are going to be Leeds and Pierce. They're going to stay. You know, I doubt Leeds will improve their defence. Their defence seems solid enough. They're not conceding as many goals as they used to. They used to concede like 6, 4, 5 goals a game. Not a game, but you mean like in the game. Basically, like what I'm trying to say is they played Nottingham Forest yesterday. They lost 2-1. They played rubbish. Last year, they would have lost like 4 or 5-0. It's a completely different defensive lineup back now. But I'm quite happy with what they've got. So, and the first player we're going to look at, who they're getting linked with, which is probably a BS rumour. I honestly don't see this happening. It's Tom Ince. He was heavily linked to, I think it was Liverpool, wasn't it, last year, but he didn't move for certain enough reasons, but he's getting linked with Leeds. I don't know why. I saw this one around and I thought, you've got to be joking me. I highly doubt he would want to move to Leeds. You know, he plays for Blackpool under his dad. Actually, his dad is the manager, but he's highly likely to move to a Premier League club. I mean, even if it's like a lower rated Premier League club over Leeds, but he was linked, so I took them in the team just to see what you guys make of that. And then the midfielders we're going to go with is Murphy and Austin. You can see Murphy's there and Austin just back one. I doubt they'll change them too. You know, Austin's a captain, so they're not exactly going to change him. Murphy, they paid £1 million for at the beginning of the season, so I highly doubt they'll leave him out of the team. But then we move on to the left side, and there's of course Max Gradle. Get heavily linked with him. Again, I don't know if this one will happen. Hopefully it will, because look at his pace on Ultimate Team, and the fact he is a really good player in real life. Probably with some knee injuries and stuff like that. But you know, hopefully that one comes into effect and they can sign him pretty early on in the transfer window if they're going to do that, so they can get some pace in the team, because that's one thing Leeds are lacking, is a little bit of pace, but hopefully Max Gradle can bring that if they do sign him. And the next player I'm going to go with is Naki Wells. Now obviously he's in a centre forward position. We are rocking a 3-4-1-2, but it's meant to be a cam, but I don't know why he's a centre forward, but he probably would be a centre forward a lot. He's getting heavily linked with quite a few teams now, obviously playing for, is it Bradford in League 1, scoring lots of goals. He was very good when they were in League 2 last season and in the Cup run, etc. He's getting heavily linked with a few clubs. Leeds never seem to go away from him though. He always seems to be linked with Leeds, and you know, it would be a nice one. He's a good player in real life, scores goals, he's got good pace, he's got, you know, shooting, and that's his inform card, by the way, so these stats aren't changed in any way, shape or form. If you've got an inform card, I just chuck them in like that. But he does look like a solid player in real life, and if Leeds do manage to sign him, it'll be a very welcome one indeed for me. And the next player we're going to go with is Luciano Bescio, another rumour which won't go away. Obviously went to Norwich. I think it was actually almost a year ago exactly. It was in the January transfer window. I think it's like the end of the January transfer window. Leeds got Morrison in an exchange. Morrison's now out on loan at Millwall, so kind of got nothing for that really. Bescio hasn't played hardly any games at all for Norwich, sitting on the bench, sometimes not even on the bench. You know, he could get a move back to Leeds, maybe on loan, maybe a full deal, depending on what Leeds want, but that's up to Norwich really. They've got loads of strikers, Norwich, so it wouldn't really mean much to them. They've got like Van Wolfswinkel, Hooper's on form at the moment. They've got a few others I can't think of off the top of my head, but they've got some really good ones. Oh, Elmando's one as well. You know, Becio's kind of get pushed down the pecking order, and at Leeds he'd probably be up there, so come back to Leeds, my friend. Next player is obviously Ross McCormack. He won't leave the team. He signed a new deal, and he is the top goal scorer in the Championship. So no reason to push him out of the team, so he'll keep him in there. Next, this is the bench. Now, these are complete rumours. I haven't really heard a lot about any of these, or a few of them I have. Luke Freeman was on a rumour mill website saying that Leeds had signed him, and I was like, you've got to be shitting me. Why would you sign someone in December? Luke Freeman, though, is a very good player in real life. I think he was on Arsenal's books back when he was a youngster. I can't remember who's playing for now. Was it Stevenage or someone along those lines? But he's a really good kind of like young talent in real life. Possibly could move to a Championship team. I doubt it will be Leeds. I highly doubt that one will come true, but he's there because it's a rumour. The next player is Oliver Norwood. I think he plays at Huddersfield, so I highly doubt he'll move to Leeds. But I saw a couple things on Twitter about him getting heavily linked with Celtic, Nottingham Forest and Leeds, so I chucked him in there just for, you know, just because he was linked, basically. He's actually a really good player in real life, scores some decent goals. I think he was on Manchester United's books as a youngster, so I think he's still actually got a Manchester United shirt on his picture there. But we'll move on to the next player, which is going to be Gary Mackay-Steven. Now, this is what I really wish would happen for two reasons. He's immense in real life and he can do skills, 5-star skills in the Ultimate Team, and it will get a perfect link with Ross McCormack. What more could you want in life? Left mid to striker. But, you know, it's a doubted one. He'll probably move to something like Celtic if he did get a move. But, you know, Leeds seem to be always linked with a player like him. He was heavily linked at the beginning of the season. Never did happen. There was a couple of people saying, oh, yeah, he's at the training ground. He's set to sign. Didn't happen for various reasons. But maybe Leeds weren't even in for him. But he's still kind of names around a little bit. So it's a possibility that he might actually move to Leeds. But I highly doubt it personally. The next player is Adam Lafondra. Always linked with Leeds. But the one I've got about this one is when Brian McDermott was in charge of Reading, didn't really ever play Lafondra that much. He's kind of like an impact bench player, and he's doing okay at Reading this year, so why would Reading want to send him to Leeds? But his name always seems to be around when talking about Leeds transfers, so I had to chuck him in there. The next two players are going to be players which possibly could come in on loan. Gnabry, I do believe he's called, from Arsenal. It was a possibility that he was going to sign on Leeds on loan, I think in the January. I think not January, sorry, in like the January, not the January, what I'm trying to say, in the loan window, is what I'm trying to say. But he then, I think Arsenal had a few injuries like Walcott, Podolski, and people were out there, and he actually got in the team and scored a goal, and then it was kind of killed off. No way in hell is he going to come back to Leeds. But Walcott being back, Podolski being back, Arsenal have a strong backlog. Gnabry's getting pushed on the pecking order. You know, a loan move might not be off the cards. And the next player is another Arsenal player, is S. Field, I think he's called. He looks like a really good young player in real life. I've seen him a few times around, does play on and off games for like reserve teams, etc. for Arsenal, but he does get in amongst the starting lineups, sometimes in like the lower league cup games. But again, loan move. His Ultimate Team card doesn't look that great, but, you know, never get put off by that. He could still be a really good player in real life. So that is pretty much all of the players I can see linked with Leeds. There's a team in all that's kind of like glory. We've got Kenny back. You know, that looks like a solid team. There's some of the people on the bench there. You can see all in their Leeds badge. A little bit of fun video. It's an extra video. You'll still get the random hybrid out today. It's just like an extra video I do, you know, maybe like twice a week through January to see what kind of things happen. What team would you like me to do next? Any team, go crazy in the comments. Leave your suggestions on the players they're linked with as well. See what kind of videos we can come out with. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If we can hit 500 likes in this video, that would be absolutely amazing. Have a nice day. See you again soon, and bye-bye.